It is 10:11 on this 10th day of February. Mike Weller helped me wrap up the week with AP Cigar. You guys have some awesome stuff coming down the pipeline. You always do. But this is a little bit different with this barrel. We'll get into that in a second. That's what we call a tease, folks.
We try to do some fun stuff for sure.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. And how long have you had AP now? I should have asked you that, before I brought you on, but how long has it been?
So 2016 is when we opened.
Really?
Yeah. So we opened in Rosewood Heights 2016. It was in December. Every year, the first weekend in December, we will do a anniversary party. We'll have a cigar roller in the house, rolling fresh cigars. So we try to just blow it all out. We wouldn't be doing it 7 years if it wasn't for the customers. So
no, and honestly, I thought it was just whenever you have such an impactful, social media message or any message that you're doing, whether it's partnerships in the community with doing great stuff with other businesses, it just seems like it's like, man, you guys have been around for a long time, but 7 years, that's wild.
Yeah, 7 years, and it's like people are like, "Oh, how long?" So Alton looks like it's been there forever.
Right.
So like the decor and the cash register, everything looks like it's just always been there, and that was why that space was so important to me.
That's incredible. And I got to ask you, because I'm just going to throw this out there I have a text line that just loves to roast me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 618-759-7469 if you're just tuning in. I am not a cigar aficionado.
Right.
And so take me through, if I'm an average, I'm a normal, not a run-of-the-mill customer of yours, maybe brand new to it.
Right.
Do you do a good way of just kind of introducing somebody that's interested in maybe taking up the hobby or the passion and kind of showing them the right direction?
At the retail level, that is my favorite customer.
Is it really?
Yeah, absolutely. So what's fun is you come in with zero knowledge and then you leave with a lot of knowledge. And you'll forget most of it by the time you come back.
Right.
So that's what's fun is the world of cigars is huge. It's absolutely massive. So someone who only smokes one cigar, that's it. That's like driving the exact same car your whole life.
Right.
So it's fun for me to talk new customers,
right.
to my rookies. And then,
I love it.
Right. So that way, whenever you I introduce you, we talk about a few things, and then you want to also, I want to find something that you're going to enjoy to smoke, but most importantly about smoking a cigar is not so much just the taste of the cigar, it's what you're doing while you're smoking the cigar.
Really?
So it's the camaraderie in the cigar lounge, it's having a great golf game or a terrible golf game. Whatever it is, that cigar is supposed to elevate that experience. So conversations, barbecues, even yard work. Yard work's a lot better when you're enjoying a cigar. So it's not so much just burning rolled up leaves. It's about what you're doing while you're doing that.
And see, that's what's so fascinating about it, because I do see the videos on on YouTube of cigar lounges and things, and
Right.
I try to follow along when I can. But that's something that's always fascinating me, is just that kind of, like you said, camaraderie and just learning that I guess that avenue, because it's really beneficial, it seems like.
And what's really great is once you get into cigars, no matter what you're smoking, you can smoke a flavored cigar, you can smoke a sweet cigar, you can smoke, a traditional cigar. When you're in a cigar lounge, everybody is equal. And it's no matter what lounge you're in. So I was in New Jersey last month. I'm in a cigar lounge. By the end of the day, I knew everybody's name, what they did. I mean, it's just a beautiful networking experience.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. And now I got to ask you, just because that kind of segued into something perfect, how many different places you try to go to, different cigar lounges, just to get a new feel? Is that something that you do pretty intensely?
Yeah, no, I probably go to 16. I've been to 16 lounges in the last couple months.
Yeah.
So all the St. Louis shops I try to hit. And then when I'm out of town, I always like to see, what's the style on the East Coast versus what's the style in the Midwest. So it's fun to do that.
And are there differences whenever you go to different, geographical locations?
Just a little bit, So like so it's neat to see like what sells in on the East Coast or what sells in Texas more so than like what's the big brands that they're really moving. So it's fun for me. It's like it's research. I get to see what they sell, and then I buy and try them, and if it's something I like, then I bring it in, to the Midwest stores.
Now, what got you into the craft? Was it always an interest of yours?
So when I turned 18, I went to a store and I bought a 3-pack of cigars. I lit one up. It was a big cigar. I had no idea what I was doing. And I said, I really enjoy this. We sat around, we had a drink, and we smoked cigars, and that was just, it's never smoked cigarettes. I don't like the I don't like the devil's lettuce, you know. So, you know, it's like all I enjoy is cigars. And it's not just so much the cigar itself, but it is truly like hanging out with other cigar smokers.
Yeah, and you know, there's so many times where I'll watch an interview or something with an individual that they'll talk about cigars and go, man, I had no idea truly what the experience was like, because maybe they had one of those, you know, cigars from a gas station that wasn't the best quality or maybe wasn't what they needed. And then I was actually listening to Arnold Schwarzenegger, of all people, talk about his cigars, and just the fact that, you know, hear people that have enjoyed it with them going, damn, this was not the experience I thought it was going to be.
No, and that's the whole thing. It's an experience, not just smoking a cigar. I mean, that plays a big role in it. So the tobacco types, you know, what they use, everything is, you know, it all comes together. So especially if you find something that you really enjoy to smoke, it's got a good flavor on the palate, and then you have a great conversation with somebody you just met. You know, that's a whole beautiful scenario.
And it's like you said, networking in a different way. That's just, it seems like it's so much easier to, well, not easier, but it just seems like all the, you know, the stress is off you when you can be in your environment, you're comfortable, and you're discussing some things. Now, I got to ask you, so you start AP, and now was there a plan in mind? Was there something going, was it just for you going, I really kind of think there's a need, or was it people kind of reaching out going, we need something like this?
No, it was just me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no,
right on.
I just really wanted a whole bunch of cigars.
I love it.
So I opened up, and when we opened up in East Alton, I had a pawn shop up there next door.
Okay.
And then so I opened up, and I didn't expect really anybody to come in. I get all the humidors full. It's beautiful. Some guy comes in, he buys a bunch of cigars. I was instantly mad. Like, I just made it look beautiful, and now you're taking all my... I just got these, man. You know, and so it took a little bit for me to, like, you know, relax when people took my inventory. You know, it was funny. Like, oh, this is a business, I guess, you know. So it was really just for me and my friends that enjoyed cigars to get away from the daily grind, relax for an hour.
Right.
And then, you know, reset and then go back to it.
And that's what's really cool. It seems that's what's awesome about what you do, because you're so passionate about it. It's something of who you are, and it just shows whenever you do anything with your social medias, any type of business events, and that's what makes it fun to kind of follow along with your journey too, with the AP Cigar journey.
Right. Yeah, it's been an absolute blast. And coming to Alton's been fantastic. So many people in 7 years still didn't know that I was in East Alton. I'm on Airline Drive, so it's hard. You know, it's not a pass-by road. It's not 140. It's not 143. So it was really a ton of marketing, you know, just to get the customers that we did have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but being in downtown Alton, what was great this summer was half of our customers were tourism.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so it was really neat to go, okay, check out this restaurant, check out this place. You're going to Grafton, check out Grafton Winery, check out the vineyards, you know. So it was really fun to kind of be a tour guide for somebody who enjoys cigars.
That's perfect. Now, when did you move over here?
We opened May 7th.
This year, last year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See,
we haven't even been open a year. Yeah. We haven't even been open a year. It looks perfect right there.
It really does.
Yeah.
The moment because when I was coming back into town, because I was in St. Louis doing the radio stuff, so I didn't really have a grasp of everything going on. And I look over, I went, damn, that's a perfect place for AP Cigar, because it's literally right in the thick of it.
I waited 6 years for that one spot.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So that was already on your mind?
That's always been on. That was where Airline Drive Cigar Shop was supposed to be.
Oh, my
God.
That's incredible.
But Riverbend Yoga just had to stay there forever. And then when we finally got Riverbend Yoga moved, then I could take over that spot. So I've been pushing her out forever, and we finally found the right spot for her.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like it worked out for everybody then.
Yeah,
too.
I think so.
Yeah.
She got a beautiful studio, and I got the 800 square foot old school lounge. We don't even have a TV in there.
That's
so
awesome.
It's just a record player and 2 speakers, and so you know it's an old school vibe. The cash registers from 1941. I mean, it just fits Alton really well.
It really does. That's what I was getting right. I got to go in because I haven't walked in the store yet, and I apologize, but that sounds like a great just atmosphere to be a part of.
Yeah, and everybody's really enjoyed it. You know, we got a little coffee pot. People regulars bring their own coffee cups, and we'll sit around, drink coffee, and smoke cigars.
So that's awesome. So if you and that's what I wanted to ask you. So is it a lounge too, so we can go in and enjoy too and purchase?
Yeah. So there's a couch, 3 leather chairs, and then there's a high top table at the window, so you can kind of watch the city and the cars drive by. So I love cars. So I like sitting in the window and watching things drive by.
I'm a people watcher myself.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta watch.
So yeah, if you pick up a cigar and you sit there and you watch, in the evening, people walking around after a couple cocktails, it's pretty entertaining. And for me, it's beautiful to see everybody out in downtown.
Oh, without a doubt. And I gotta ask you, I mean, the year mark's coming up at this location. Are you planning anything to celebrate that?
We're definitely going to do something. I'm going to get with a couple reps. We're going to do some giveaway things and just throw a big party. So it's normally. So I opened on Derby Day.
Yeah.
So on Derby Day, I'm just going to throw a big party.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Derby Day, that's gonna be a great night downtown Alton. That's gonna be a great afternoon.
Oh, it's always fun.
Oh man, and I gotta ask you, right off the bat, when you started this, was collaborating with other businesses, because this is something, seriously, not to patronize you, that you do really, really well. Was that something that was already in your mind when you started this? Was to collaborate, or did that kind of happen naturally?
It's whenever I meet somebody and you talk to them for a little bit, you figure out their work ethic, you figure out their personality, and you rather click with them or you don't. So all the people that work really hard, I love working with. So like our thing with Grafton Vineyards and Grafton Winery has been fantastic for years now. That's now evolved to me doing a distillery in Collinsville. So it's one of these things that, it's you show up, you consistently work, good things will happen.
That's incredible. And it's something, too, we were just talking to Kip, and he said that nothing but the same thing. He said it's just been a great, experience working with you guys, and it's awesome to see. So I got a question for you. You've been around 7 years. We'll get into the giveaway here in a second, because this is really awesome. What's the plan for the next 7 years? Are you cool with one location? Do you want a couple to pop up and around, or what's the Mike Weller plan?
So there's always things moving.
Right.
There's always things. So there's So I built the yoga studio for RiverBend Yoga.
Did you really?
Yes. And so I am so upside down. It costed, I built it during COVID. So, it was all COVID price wood, drywall, everything. So we're gonna recover for that.
Yeah.
From that. And then then we're just going to we're gonna hang out. There's some things that have been in the works for a couple years. And if they come to fruition, awesome. Me personally, like the picture that you're going to show has a bunch of coffee in it. That coffee is mine. So we actually distribute that coffee all over the country. That is a bourbon barrel aged coffee.
Whoa, hold on here.
That's locally roasted.
That's yours?
That's my coffee. Yeah.
This is why I couldn't last in like 60 minutes, because I don't ever do any digging. I just saw the picture and thought, man, that's a great setting. I like the layout. Hold on. What we'll do is we're gonna throw this on the screen for you real quick. Before we do that, let's preview this a little bit for the audience. When is this giveaway? How can we be a part of it?
Okay. So the downtown Alton store, half of it is secondhand barrels.
Yeah.
And so we sell a lot of things that they craft out of old whiskey barrels or old bourbon barrels or whatever. So I went to him. First quarter's always slow. We're not golfing in the cold. We're not barbecuing so much. We're not hanging out outside. So therefore, we're not smoking a lot of cigars.
It's true.
So I wanted something to kind of drive. What's great about cigars is they last forever. As long as they're kept right, they can last years, decades, everything.
Really?
Absolutely. So what I'm trying to do is get customers to come in, pick up cigars. Maybe they're not going to smoke them now, but they can put them in their humidor. And then, and then have them for when the weather is nicer. So I wanted to kind of drive sales, but also show what secondhand barrels could do as well. So they made this beautiful, awesome cabinet. It's an open face. And so to win it, all you have to do is come in and buy a cigar. You get a ticket, name, phone number. And then on March 31st, we're going to draw. It's the end of first quarter. For me, it's the end of hibernation.
Yeah.
And so people start getting out. You're doing your yard work, you're getting your cigar while you mow the grass. So we're going to draw on March 31st. We'll do it live on Facebook. And, but I wanted to, and they were gracious. So, giving them a downtown location, we sell their products for them. He was super gracious. He took great care of me on this product. Plus it was a reveal for him because that top is very unique, very hard to come by, and very sought after.
And honestly, the barrel, just what I've seen on it's like TikToks and Etsy and all, that's a huge. My mom went all over trying to find a couple for our living room,
Yep.
It's a big deal. So why don't we do this? Pause for 10 seconds because we're going to take you here now. This is the barrel that you guys could win on March 31st.
We're seeing right now is even the straps that go around the barrel. This was the first time he actually rolled those into the barrel. So instead of just them being cut off, it's sealed, it's stained, it's just going to look like that for years and years to come.
Well, and too, you guys couldn't hear us talking there for a second. So March
sorry.
31st, we had a little audio. It's a live show, you know.
Yeah, right.
But this is really cool. So this is your coffee, number one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got to ask you about that
Right,
afterwards. Right. But this barrel could be, all you have to do is stop into the store.
Buy a cigar.
And
you get a ticket.
That's awesome.
If you buy a 3-pack of cigars, you get 3 tickets. And then coming up if you follow us on the Facebook or Instagram, I don't know where else I'm at. But if you follow us on social medias, then in March, we're going to do double tickets for certain cigars, and so we have 4 different locally owned cigar companies. So we're going to push those locally owned cigars, because these are all guys that can come over at any time. So we're going to push those, and we're going to offer double tickets for 4 weeks in March. Four different locally owned brands. So you'll get, instead of you buy 1 cigar, you'll get 2 tickets, for that brand for that week.
That's incredible. And so I got to ask you, because when I get, just my, I guess, novice brain, I'm, thinking all the time when I think of cigars, I think of, maybe those big hunkin', Tony Soprano-esque, cigars. And now those are, to me, would that be overwhelming for somebody that's just starting out?
Yeah. So I would recommend for anybody new, it'd be a smaller size.
Okay.
Less tobacco. Maybe something with a little sugar on the end, so the smoke is sweetened as it passes by, or maybe a really mild cigar with different leaves have different nicotine content. So you're a smaller guy, no offense.
No, I am.
So I wouldn't give you a 1-inch round by 6-inch long cigar because you're going to green out. You're not going to enjoy the hobby, And so the point is of every tobacconist is to get you the proper cigar that you're going to enjoy, that you're going to want to do again.
That is incredible. And I'm just putting a little bit of information in for the on-demand version of the show, so you guys can just learn exactly how you can win that barrel. And we have a couple minutes left, but man, you can't talk to me about, tell me it's your coffee and make me feel kind of silly without asking you.
No,
how did this kind of develop?
So there's a roastery in Edwardsville called Minas Espresso, and they work directly with the farms in Brazil. They're actually owned by the farmers in Brazil. So my coffee is a small farm. It's hand-picked. It's hand-sifted, and then the beans are dried out and then sent up here to Edwardsville, where they go into a bourbon barrel, and then they sit there for a few weeks, and then they come out and get roasted. So you get grape and berries and bourbon all in your coffee, and it's the cleanest, no chemicals added. It's just a beautiful coffee. It's doing really well. Online reviews are fantastic. So we actually sold out of the first batch in 1 day. And then the second batch, it took us 5 days to sell out. And then so we've tripled what we're doing, more barrels from SHB taken to Minas. So it's just a product of all RiverBend businesses.
Wow. I got to ask you, was coffee always on your mind too?
Nope. So this year I'm trying not to have so many cocktails as years past, right?
Yeah.
And so, but I still like the flavor of bourbon, so we put it in the coffee. And I don't have a liquor license, and I can't serve alcohol, but I can serve coffee. So no, I'm not charging for it. We just make it. So I'm like, well, let's do a bourbon coffee. And then the bourbon coffee just turned into everybody really liked it. So we started bagging it and selling it, and then it sold out. And then it's just been out of this world so far.
That's incredible. Well, Mike, thank you so much for hanging out. I tell people 15 minutes. We talk for 20, maybe 22, and just have some fun talking the breeze. And coming up, though, is going to be time to go Sip and Play Wine and Gaming. He also is the proprietor of Wild Pickins Winery. He joins us because those things are popping up. He's taking us through the development of that. And honestly, it's kind of a placement. I'm a wine guy, but I also like slot machines.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
That's right down the street from the cigar shop. It's right on Airline Drive.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It ties in beautifully.
Yep.
One more time, though, guys, you can win this barrel. All you have to do is buy a cigar to be entered at AP Cigar, and you could win This barrel, and that's awesome. Filled with Mike's coffee, and it's an awesome. Secondhand barrels does.
Coffee doesn't go with it.
Oh, good point.
Coffee doesn't go with it.
You just get the barrel.
Just the barrel.
The coffee's for
you
effect.
stay away from my coffee.
That's the way we're ending it. Oh my goodness, Mike Weller, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
We're gonna take a quick break. Come back with Tom and Go after this.